Naveen, wait. What about news event? Should I trade before news event? Should I trade after, or should I actually avoid it? What would be your answer to that question?
Okay, the news is actually very, very important because it helps to guide the direction of where the market can be headed from this moment onwards. But it also can tell you nothing has happened and therefore you don't have to do anything. So let me explain. So let's say today the prices are just ranging around, they're not doing anything, but only when a news event comes out, prices start to move drastically. That drastic movement paints a picture of there's some larger players out there looking to get in on this. The only way the price moves that much, it's not moving because of one or two mini lots from Joe Schmo in California. It's moving because there's large activity trying to hit the buy order. So as the prices are going up from that news event, you are now convinced that if that thing holds and maintains that look, then you know there's a lot of demand there and there's a lot of unfulfilled orders there. I, as a trader, what's our job as a trader?
To provide service to the big boy.
To provide service to the big boy. In this case, the big boy is all those people trying to buy, but they can't get filled. So what they're looking for and what you're looking for is, come on, let the supply come in a little bit so I can jump in on it again. But this time I might have to pay a little bit of a premium price. Right? So what we need to do is we need to get our hands on it as well, because we know the big boy is desperate, and then sell him a few pieces at a premium rate, which he's willing to pay. And that's where we make our commission as traders. Traders are nothing but agents in the market. Okay? Are we liquidity providers for the bots to compete with? No. Okay, we don't want to enter that game. That game is death. Okay, that's not the game you want to play. You want to take a step back and saying that game is dominated. Smaller timeframes are dominated by algorithms. The liquidity game is dominated by algorithms. Well, what's the only game left? The only game that's always left is service the larger players. That's the game that's always going to be around, is find a way to service the larger players, and you get a piece. You get a piece. That's always going to be the case. Okay, so now if we circle back to all this information, a news event moves. Should you be on the move before the news event?
No, I would say that's risky.
Because that doesn't make any sense. We don't know which direction.
Yes, correct.
So should we put a lot of work and analysis in trying to guess which way the markets are going to go? That's also a losing game. That's a game of fundamental analysis or technical analysis, which is all a, as we've shared in one of the YouTube videos that I had, is it's a myth of how to keep you pinballing and thinking you know what to do. So it's a losing battle, that one too, whether you play fundamentally or you play technically. The more logical situation is news is out, you know the flow, you know the direction, and then how you see the response after that is you can prepare. So you don't necessarily have to jump in before. So that handles the part of should I trade before it. Should I trade after it? Yes, I would say so. Trading after it is ideal. Should I trade during the news event as it's moving and it's like you need it to stabilize? Because sometimes it can spike up and down and you need to wait to see what do they decide upon this. So if the Euro news, let's say, says it's negative, but then the price goes up, instead of thinking why, if it's negative, is the price going up? That's a losing battle. You don't want to think like that. You just want to think, if it's negative and the price goes up, there must be something regarding this negative news that is still actually good news for the larger players, and they're hitting the buy. I don't care. I follow price. That's where the real money is. The money is not in the education of the fundamentals. The money is what the price did. That means the big boy is putting their money on the line because that's what they believe. I would much rather go that direction than to figure out, if Euro was weak, why is the price going up? It's a waste of time to think about that. It's a waste of time. So, trading before the news?
No.
No. Trading during the news?
No, also risky.
Trading after the news?
Safer.
It's safer. Yeah, and that's the right word. It's safer. It doesn't mean it's foolproof. It's just safer from those three elements that you've asked. But yes, it's a necessity. We need the news.